Welcome to the Better Eye Health Podcast with Damon P. Miller II, MD. This particular podcast is an excerpt from the weekly conference calls. Dr. Miller focuses on different topics connected to the Better Eye Health program. The topic of this session is about supplements to help your digestion. Here is Dr. Miller.
Hi, this is Ralph. My question concerns improving digestion. I've taken a prebiotic, that's a chicory root extract, slightly sweet. I was wondering what you thought about taking a product like that. And the other side, I've read about the role of bitters, which I think has been not something we take much these days. Would it help to take a sprig of parsley or something, maybe with the minerals, before you started eating?
Those are good questions. Let me just start by saying, in this question about improving digestion, it's very important to have a healthy digestion. What we offer in the basic protocol, the Gyrodophilis AF with allergen-free probiotic from Gyrodophilis, the reason we use that product and start people on it is that a probiotic is kind of the lowest level of support for your digestion. A probiotic in pill form is a little better than cultured foods, but cultured foods are also a good thing for everybody to include in their diet. The things like prebiotic, like chicory root, that has something called FOS in it, which is included in the Gyro product. So it's both a prebiotic and a probiotic, that Gyro product. And we had a question a little while ago about, would you use that Gyro product for the next 10 years? No, you probably at some point want to mix it up with a different product. We have a couple other different ones that we will talk about as time goes by that are similar in price, but they're just a little bit different brand. The bitters, that is, again, if your digestion is healthy, and what do I mean by a healthy digestion? You want to probably be having about a bowel movement for every large meal you eat. So if you eat 3 large meals a day, you'd probably want to have at least 2, preferably 3 bowel movements. That's just the way the gut works. If you're eating 3 large meals a day and you're only having 1 bowel movement a day, you're probably a bit constipated, even though it may not feel like it. If you feel like your food's digesting well, that you don't see a lot of undigested food when you go to the bathroom, stools are formed. I know this is kind of impolite conversation, but your stools are relatively formed and you don't drive everyone out of the house every time you have a bowel movement because your things are so stinky. Things are probably working pretty well. Bitters are another thing to add, and things like parsley and cilantro, those are very excellent things for bitters. One thing from Chinese medicine that used to get used a lot was tangerine peel. So tangerine peel tea is something you can buy, certainly. Other bitter substances that people like, different bitter foods, if you want to include those in your diet, those are all fine. Not everybody needs them, but they're certainly useful things, certainly if you're not having a healthy digestive system. So bitters are great. I don't think everybody needs to add them, but it's certainly kind of a next simple layer. There's no downside. They're inexpensive and often can be done just as food without buying yet another supplement.
Tune in for more podcasts and other presentations. Go to www.bettereyehealth.com. There is hope for sight.